This is skinny.
I know. And there's a bunch of different Destros, chrome headed. This one's just silver. It's kind of rare, I think. But I don't know, pretty cool. You can still get your hands on them on eBay. They're not really going up in price that much or anything like that, so you can still buy them for $5.95, $7.95, whatever for your favorite figures. But yeah, I mean, who didn't play with G.I. Joe when they were a kid? He'll fight for freedom whenever there's trouble.
Shipwreck.
Remember Shipwreck?
Quick Kick.
Mm-hmm.
Quick Kick could totally kick freaking Storm Shadow's ass.
I know.
No problem.
I know.
It's a great episode. Ass kicking. Here we got Peter and the Chicken.
Yeah, we were at a crazy
Fighting.
collectible shop that we go to, and they had this there for $30 or something like that. And I believe, Jimmy, didn't you pick up? We got Beat Up Peter when we did the Family Guy thing, but Jimmy went on eBay and pretty much picked up the what is his name, Ernie?
Ernie, yep, the giant chicken. Ernie.
So
Yeah, Beat Up Peter and Ernie.
oh, because they look good together.
I don't know if you can see his frying pan face
Yeah,
in there.
Peter's got the crowbar that looks like it's been bashed over the chicken's head, and chicken's got a pan with an imprint of Peter's face that's way too small to be at scale, but there you have it. We were talking a little bit about, these Kid Robot Simpsons and
Funzo's just happy to be here.
Family Guy, and next is coming up is South
Cute.
Park, and just how these figures are holding their value a little bit more than almost even Dunnies, and it's become a thing that Kid Robot does. And I don't have anything negative to say about it. People are like, oh man, it's just another commercial product and whatever, and I'm like, but I love it, and I want them, so whatever. I guess I'm one of the fans.
Yes, I'm a fan too, but I mean, when it gets out of control, insane, paying $250 for a piece just to complete your set, that's kind of ridiculous. You can't really pay those kind of prices, And you can just keep, buying boxes, but you're not guaranteed to get one, so you're kind of stuck there. They got you, so what are you going to do?
Yeah, like the Moleman's like 1 in 400 is what estimates are. It's a 1 in question mark, but they're just not out there at all. And they're going for like $250. The guy that I tried to contact for you, he said, sorry, I've already got offers over 200, so...
Yeah, just insane.
It's just not going to happen unless...
So if you don't pull one, the chances of getting one suck.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a spider up there.
No, I said I wasn't going to do this because I never wanted to be one of those geeks that collected Star Wars, but it's pretty evident that I'm a geek, and everybody loves Star Wars, so I picked up... Back in a couple years ago, they had the Legacy collection. It's one of the many, you'll see a whole bunch of different series of Star Warses, but basically I picked up the regular folks. I've got a couple more like Padme and whatever, but when I was a kid, Star Wars, you had to collect the Star Wars unopened under your bed if you were a real collector, and these were pretty much the ones that everyone was, that were holding their value on eBay at the time. Kenner just released a new version of the old, looks exactly like the 80s carded. You can check those out in like Target or whatever, but I don't know. Did you ever collect Star Wars when you were a kid, Jimmy? Not really?
Yeah, I had Yoda. I remember having Yoda.
Yeah, I had a Yoda. Let me tell you a story. We had a crank in the window, and there was a slot. When you pulled the crank out, there was a slot that fell like deep in the window. And I was playing one day, and Yoda was my favorite thing for a good, 6 months. Like this little Yoda was all I cared about. And I was playing, and I dropped it down the thing, and it went deep in the guts of the earth. It went through the crust, shot through the mantle, and bubbled down into the core into nothingness.
Magma.
And I cried. I stuck pencils with glue down there, and I couldn't get it out, and I never found it again.
Why would you do that? No wonder you didn't get it.
I couldn't. I mean, there was nothing to touch. It was
You're
just
shoving pencils with glue down in there?
with like duct tape stuck to the bottom of the pencil, wrapped around, trying to just stick into anything, trying to get it. And to this day, I think if that house ever gets torn down, I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna pull Yoda out.
Well, someone just stole mine. My Yoda story.
gonna need a minute, okay.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So, alright, it's not really retro because the movie's not that old. But I found these right after Christmas at Target.
There it is, go. The cloud is my master. I have been chosen. That's all they would do. They were just all packed in there, and the cloud would come and like pick them up, and then drop them on their buddy, and they'd still be like, I've been chosen. That's all they want to do is get chosen, but I don't know, it's kind of a hard life for them, you know, they just sit there and want to be chosen.
Yeah, they ended up in Sid's room.
But a lot of kids had them because the bigger version, they had like a light up, so my niece had one, that's how I know that.
Oh, yeah? Well, see, I'd never seen, you know, I've seen the little ones, and they have a whole bunch of different products. I mean, Target's got a whole bunch on the shelf and stuff, and I didn't really care or anything, but these are on the clearance rack. They're supposed to be 10 a piece, and they're $5.64 or something after Christmas. They were Target exclusives, and there was one of each in big boxes like a vinyl figure. They are vinyl, they're glow in the dark, the green parts glow in the dark, the head and everything glows in the dark. And not real bright, I mean they're kind of splotchy glow in the dark, but yeah, it's pretty rad. So I picked them up and I like them for what they're worth. You know, 15 bucks for a set of figures like that. They're bigger versions than anything you see at Target, everything else is real small. And oh, precious. Oh wait, that's Lord of the Rings. So, I got those. You can check it out. I mean, maybe go to Target or something, try and get an exclusive.
Or, we got from 1987, we got starting lineup, Frank Viola, Tom Brunansky, and good old Jeff Reardon there. Jeff Reardon's had some personal troubles, but still, you know, World Series 87, there he is. Just rocking it.
Yeah, those are awesome.
I mean, everyone used to collect the starting lineups. I don't know if people still do or not.
Those have got to be rare figures. You know, 1987, the Twins won the World Series. Frankie Viola, Tom Brunansky, Jeff Reardon. I noticed they all have facial hair, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Is there a reason? Maybe it was a premonition from the time that you were a young
80s.
child that you would have a mustache.
I don't know.
These are your idols.
Maybe. Probably not, though.
One more thing that I have here. Check it out. That's the original. This is the alternate universe, Zoidberg. These are from a company called Toynami. They came out with all the Futurama figures a while ago. These retailed for $13.95 at the time. You can find them at comic book stores. I picked both of mine up at a comic book store in town. And, long story short, I looked the other day and they were worth well over $100 on eBay. So let that be a lesson.
For each of them? No matter what color they are? Or what?
Yeah, this one was, I mean, of course they're buy it now prices, so you don't know. Yeah. But the buy it nows are like $199, $160. $160 for that, $199 for the alternate universe.
Really?
But I've been watching auctions and they're all in and around $100, $118. Lowest I've seen is $80 something. So the appreciation on the $13 toy was pretty awesome on those. And they're coming out with new figures all the time. In the original they had Bender, they had Zoidberg. Now they're coming out with like Hermes and the Professor and stuff like that. So those are pretty killer.
Alright.
$1 million for the Activision patch. $1 million. A retro show wouldn't be a retro show without a retro skateboard from the 80s, right? Last week I went Powell Peralta with the Per Wellender, and this I had to go Santa Cruz. This is Jim Phillips, one of the most famous artists in the skateboarding world, and he did all the graphics for Santa Cruz that you remember. I mean, anything that you can remember from Salva Tiger. But this is the Jason Jesse Neptune. They retroed them out a little bit ago. They were $75. They have two different tails. One has a shark on the tail. One has this faded mermaid. They come in all different colorways in the background too. The wood is blue, natural, yellow. So I guess what I'm saying is there's a lot of different reissues out, and you can spend a lot of money even on the reissues.
Yeah.
But this is one that you can pick up for around $70 still, shipped probably. So give it a go, you know. Go out and get your favorite 80s decks because they're retroing out a lot of them right now, and they have been for a little while.
No, concrete. Done, finished concrete.
Tech Deck
Yeah, bad news.
also came out with the Neptune,
That was the
and this one is the Atom Man. Yeah, the Atom Man, Jeff Kendall. So even the Tech Deck companies retroed out all the old 80s decks and stuff like that. So you can check those out too. But yeah, I just really, you know, it's not a complete, you know, we don't have Transformers or anything. We can probably do retro week after retro week. But I really miss the toys of
we always had to run, you know, them walls
being a
up the
kid.
side of 10, 12.
Yeah.
And I wish that I was still that age.
Yeah, I wish I had more. I wish I had more time to find more people with way cooler stuff.
Yeah.
My stuff got sold at garage sales for like a nickel a piece.
Exactly. Before you get off for that final snack, I want you to know I've got your cat. Better?
Yeah. That's great.
We'll see you next week.
All right.